Atua ruku e takoto nei. Ka puta teira tanata. Ki te whaia ki te amarama. Tie mauri orara.
In the beginning, before te ira tanata, way before our parents and our kaumātua, Rangi and Papatuanuku lay in deep embrace, their tamariki complaining there's not enough space. A plan was hatched, not all agreed. Tāne was chosen to take the lead, to separate their parents so they had more room, to leave the warmth of Papa's womb. On his back and legs to the sky, Tāne pushed with a giant cry. Hio we hi, now Rangi above, with Papa below, missing her love. All 70 children, free at last. This is their story of the past. Anei te whānau mārama, the family of light. When Ranginui and Papatuanuku were separated, there was still darkness. After the second union of Ranginui and Papatuanuku, they had 2 children, Tangotango and Wainui. Tangotango, the Atua of dark matter in the sky, and later becoming the father of everything of the light in the world today. Wainui being the Atua connected to all bodies of water. Tangotango and Wainui gave birth to Tamanui te Rā, Marama, Ngāwhetū, Hinatore, Parikoikoi, and Hinerauāmoa. In darkness, Tāne travelled to see his brother Tangotango, where he found him in the first wharenui built on earth, called Hui te Rangiora. Tangotango had placed his children carefully around the wharenui. The sun in the front of the house, the moon in the centre of the house, and around the walls he suspended the stars into patterns. These patterns are the origins of tukutuku panels that we have inside our wharenui today. Tāne asked Tangotango if he could have his children to adorn their father Ranginui and bring light into the world. With persuasion, Tangotango agreed, with Tāne making 3 kete made from the vines that held Ranginui and Papatuanuku apart. He carefully placed them inside. Tāne Nuiarangi places the children of light, one by one in patterns exactly like in the wharenui. When he sees the petite Hinerauāmoa, he falls in love with her beauty and her gift of being good with her hands. They would later go on to birth Hine te Iwa, Atua of weaving, childbirth and cycles of the moon. With light starting to glimmer in the sky, Tāne stopped to perform a haka, to celebrate, and knocked over the kete full of the remaining stars, creating te Ikaroa, the Milky Way. Tāne carries on placing the children of light in the sky. He places Hinatore, the phosphorus light, the distant glimmer of light that you see on the horizon. Parikoikoi, the gloomy light, the light you see when your eyes adjust to the dark. Tāne then places Marama, Atua of weather patterns, behaviours of all living things. Marama is associated to the cycle of life and to wahine with ikura. Her mother Wainui, Atua of all bodies of water and open water, is said to love her so much that when she passes across the other side of the earth, she follows. This is why you see the tides. The moon also tells us when to plant and fish. With not enough light in the world and only one kete left, Tāne picks up tamanuitera and places him in the sky, and the light blinds him. Ki te whai ao marama. Tamanuitera is the eldest of te whānau marama. The warmth of the sun brings life and wellness. He has 2 wives that are sisters, Hine Takurua, the winter maiden, and Hine Raumati, the summer maiden. Both wives are stars. His eldest child is Tāne Rore, the heat waves seen in summer, which is the origins of wiri and haka. Te whānau marama is also important to te maramataka Māori. Maramataka Māori is a time system. The sun to measure the times of the year and sets our seasons. The phases of the moon tells us the day. The movement of the stars indicates the month. The environment tells us the tohu, like the migration of the fish, the song of the birds, the sound of the insects, to the flowering of plants and the changing of weather. This time system allows us to know when to travel, hunt, fish, plant, hold hui, when to avoid people, war, and when to hauhake rongoā.
Eo, our supreme God, the faceless one, the parent of all things, as he is the beginning of all gods. Kawakawa is the only plant that is not from Tāne, as it was gifted directly to Papa Tuanuku from Eo himself. Kawakawa has always played an important part of our Māori worldview, both in the physical and spiritual worlds, from birth to death. Chewing fresh leaves is beneficial for toothache, and internal uses include making a tea from the leaf and bark for digestive disorders and respiratory disorders like bronchitis and asthma. Its blood tonifying qualities are also well known. Tangaroa, the Atua of all waters and the creatures that live within. He also was one of the brothers who tried to separate Ranganui and Papa Tuanuku. Water, or wai, is known for its life-giving properties. Purea is the rongoā of cleansing using wai. A tohunga would use karakia and wai to purify one's mind, body and spirit from past traumas. Connecting to Tongariro by standing in the sea allows us to heal and move forward. O Ahi Tauroa, the Atua of fire and comets, arrived on Papa Tuanuku to bring his gifts to man. With his wife, Mahuika, the youngest sister of Hine Noi Tipo, they had 5 fire children. Horapiko is a pungent tree that was used by tohunga to drive away evil spirits. As the souls of our dead moved up Aotearoa to Cape Reanga, the astral entrance to the underworld, they were adorned in horapito leaves. Externally, the leaves and branches are steeped in water to heal wounds, cuts and bruises. The sap can be rubbed on the breast to aid weaning. Internally, the heat of this plant is good for removing colds, flus and chest ailments, and the leaves can be used as a sedative and a tonic. Haumea Tiki is our god of uncultivated food. He also agreed to the forced separation of his parents, Ranginui and Papatuanuku. Because of this, he was subjected to the fury of his brother Tawhirimatea, who would have killed him if their mother Papatuanuku had not hidden him in her body in the ground. Haumea contrasts with his brother Rongoā, the god of kumara and all cultivated plants. Koromiko is connected with Tumarangi, son of this ancient Atua. Koromiko is known for its powers, both supernatural and medicinal. A tohunga would call on these powers in the form of purea, using the healing of both water and koromiko together. Koromiko is well known for its abilities to help with dysentery. The leaves can either be boiled or the young leaves eaten raw.
Exploring Kaitiakitanga and its role in Te Ao Rongoā. One of our earliest kaitiakis was Hini Titama, the guardian of the dawn. She was the kaitiaki of the gateway from night to day, the transition between light and dark. She is the red sky in the evenings and its orange glow in the morning. Kaitiakitanga is loving, taking care of, protecting, respecting, and being a voice for the whenua, the sky, the water, and everything that encompasses it. Kaitiakitanga, in its role within Rongoā, means guarding and protecting all that Rongoā encompasses. For us as learning practitioners, we must ensure that we do all we can to preserve and maintain the ngāhere, the areas that we harvest from, how we are harvesting, and what we are doing to ensure sustainability. Being aware of all these things enables and will enable our traditions to move forward with the next generation of practitioners. For me personally, knowing that I'm connecting in with Atua Māori, using the tools I've learned on this journey, the wisdom from my kayakos, my experiences of observation, tuning in and connecting with the ngāhere, talking with the rākau, practicing karakia, and following tikanga and kawa practices also. To understand the world, humans must understand relationships between themselves and the environment in which they live. People are part of the environment. The condition or health of the people and the environment are intricately related. The saying, "I am the river and the river is me," depicts the relationship between people and the environment. Therefore, if a river is polluted, something is not right with the people. I am a voice for the whenua, for Papatuanuku, for Ranginui, for the waters that run on the land, and to the sea, and it is my obligation to hear them, to help them when they need it, and to teach my mokus how to do that too. It is an important time amidst all this climate change that Kaitiakitanga happens on a wider world scale. Many more guardians of the galaxy are needed. Many more people to ensure the whenua is happy. happy and full of healthy microorganisms, that the waterways are clean and clear, that the oceans hold healthy sea life, that the skies are clear and full of good air to breathe. But we cannot do this alone. We need to unite and work together to ensure the future of not only sustaining but improving our whenua. We all need to be whenua healers, to listen, to observe, and all do what we can to practice Kaitiakitanga.
Nau nei ngā hua, hei orana mō te tangata. Tēnei au e whakaiti nei. Kia ora mō tēnei rongoā, nā e tāne e.